Hey family, welcome back to the channel. So in today's tutorial, we are going to be recreating this black bag. I made it with a satin fabric. It's just a free slant work. The main purpose I made this video is because it's a requested tutorial from a subscriber and she wanted me to explain how to actually go about the hand of the bag. So and that is why I made this dedicated tutorial. I made this tutorial, so please, there are some things I did not do on the bag because it's just a free scratching bags like the zipper and the lining I use. So I would just hope you just watch and pick one or two from the tutorial. So guys, this is me. I've already cut out my pattern. I am using a tapita for this project. I cut out the body, the handle, the side, and I also cut out a foam for it. So this tutorial just came unexpected. I don't have a tape. I don't have anything. Just please take what is important and forget about what is not important. So the measurement of the side is 7 by 10 inches, and the measurement of the handle is 8.5 by 8.5 inches. You can increase the measurement and you can reduce the measurement. While the measurement of the body of the bag is a 10 inches in width by 30 inches in length. So I just hope you get the measurement I am actually using. So from one end like this, I am just going to be going down by 7 inches. This is me trying to create my zipper opening because it doesn't have a straight zipper but a circle zipper. So from this side, I am just going to be going out by 1.5 inches. Yes, I know I was measuring 2 inches here, but please don't make my mistake. Learn from my mistake and measure 1.5 inches, because at the end of the day the 2 inches was too much. So please measure 1.5 inches. Then after you measure 1.5 inches on that end like that, you just curve it this way. You see the way I curved it, right? Then you just go ahead and cut it, and you cut it all out like this. So you just follow the lines, then you cut it straight. When you get to that edge, you curve it, then you go ahead and continue cutting. So when you get to that side, you fold it so that you'll be able to get equal curve on the two sides. You get equal curve on the two sides like that. Use your pencil to mark, then you cut it all out. So what you do on this main body is the same thing you're going to go ahead and do on the lining, and the same thing you're going to go ahead and do on the foam fabric. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. So this is the zipper side and this is the main body. So you keep that aside. Now this one is the side. Like I said before, the side measures 10 by 7. So I'm going to be going out by 2 inches this way and 2 inches that way. Then I am going to be using, you can use a free hand, or you can use a plate, or you can use a curve ruler, anyone you have. You just use it to cut out, to just make the curve like that. Then at the bottom you make your curve at 1 inches by 1 inches. The top is going to be having a curve of 2 by 2 inches, while the bottom is going to be having a curve of 1 by 1 inches. So this is how it's going to look like. So you arrange it nicely, then you duplicate the curve on the second side, then you also duplicate the curve on the second panel of on the second side panel of the bag. It's the lunch bag anyways. So guys, I hope you are gaining value from this tutorial. If you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials, because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. Honestly, I wanted to make this bag in a grand way, but I didn't have materials at home, so I just had to improvise. But I hope with this tutorial you learn one or two and you'll be able to make this bag even much better than mine. And please subscribe if you've not, and also give me a thumbs up if you learn one or two from this tutorial, and also say something nice in the comment section. If you have any questions so far, if you have any questions about the tutorial, feel free to drop it in the comment section. So after I was done cutting out the two sides, I'm just going to go ahead and trace the foam as well. Now this is the handle. The reason why I cut it out at 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches is because I want the length of the handle of the bag to be 8.5 inches. You can make it less, you can make it more depending on the effect you want. And I also want the width to be 8.5 inches. Reason because the body of the bag is 10 inches. So I want to be removing 3/4 of an inch on both sides. You understand? So if I remove 3/4 of an inch on both sides, so that I'll be able to put the side, I'll be able to put the handle on the body, but leaving 3/4 of inches on both sides as stitching allowance. So what I went ahead and do is I went up by 3 inches on the overall 8.5 inches. Then I went ahead and folded um the the what's it called, the fabric into two. Then I went down by 2 inches, then I just made my curve like this. So you see the way I'm going about it. So I went up by 3.5 inches, not 2 inches, please. It's 3.5 inches, not 3 inches, please. So after I made my curve, this is what it looks like. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do now is I am just going to be measuring 1.5 inches following the curve. Starting from that 3.5 inches, then I'll just be measuring my 1.5 inches this way. I'll keep measuring, just keep watching and see what I am doing. So I'll keep measuring, I'll keep measuring. So when I'm done measuring, please make sure you are measuring it close to each other, so that when you want to connect the lines, you will not make mistake with the inner curve, because that is the opening, and that is standing as the small handle of the lunch bag. So when I get to the end, I'll just go ahead and use my pencil to just connect the line, so that I'll be able to see what I am cutting and I will not make mistake. So when I was done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So guys, after I was done cutting, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate it on the second handle. So I'll duplicate it on the second handle and I'll cut it out as well. Please, I would advise you use a Marco for as the stabilizer of the handle of the bag, so that it will stand. But if foam is convenient for you, no wahala, you can just copy me and use a foam. But me, I did not end up putting any stabilizer on the handle, because I told you it's just a freelancer work. It's a freelancer work. But please make sure you are putting a stabilizer on the foam. So I'll just go ahead and do the same thing on the foam. I'll cut it out, then I'll just go ahead and stitch everything together. So I'll put lining on this part, then I'll stitch it together this way, so that the foam will not move around. And then when I'm sewing my body to the bag, it will not move around. So I'll do the same thing on the big side as well. So guys, when I was done sewing everything together, this is what it looks like, and this is what the handle looks like. So you sew the inside part of the handle first, then you turn it this way. So there are two ways to go about the other rough end. So you top stitch so that it will overlay, then you will now either fold the edges or you pipe the edges. So there are two ways to go about it. After you top stitch this way, so that your work will relax, then you now start folding the edges like a bias. You start folding the edges like a bias. Just keep watching what I am doing here. So you fold the edges like a bias everywhere. You fold it like this, then you go and top stitch if it's convenient for you. But if it's not convenient for you, you can go ahead and tape it with your taping belt. So if you fold it like a bias, this is what it will look like. But if you tape it with a taping belt, this is what it will look like. I think I like it better with the taping rather than the folding like the bias. So all you need to do is to get a leather that is 1 inches wide, then you just put it this way and you just sew around in order to get that effect. So now the next thing we are going to go ahead and do now is to start working on fixing the handle of the bag on the body of the bag. So we measured 7 inches from the top where we got our zipper. So now we are going to be measuring from that up like that. You measure 8 inches. So it means we are going down 1 inches from the 7 inches that we measured for our zipper. So you measure the 8 inches, then you make a straight line. Now when you make a straight line, you will now measure your 3/4 of an inch on both sides or 1 inches from both sides, depending on the amount that you remove. Then you now put your handle, then you make a straight stitch on top. So guys, you just go ahead and top stitch. When you're done, this is what it looks like. So this is the part you're going to be putting your front pocket. If you want to put a front pocket, you just go down by 1/2 inch, then you just put your front pocket. But because of this video is just a what's it called, free hand video, I'm not going to be putting my pocket. So after you're done sewing with the first part and you've put your zipper, now the next thing you're going to be going ahead and do is to look for the second place, is look for the second part of the where you're going to be putting the handle. So you see the way I arrange it, you arrange it nicely like this, then you make a marking. This way is easy for me so that I will not make any mistake. So use your pencil to trace the line that you have at the bottom, then you trace it at the down part. I just hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So when you trace it, you now open it, then you mark it with your tape so that you have a clear measurement. So when I measured it, I got 1 inches and 1 line. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure it on the right side, then I'll go ahead and make a straight line, then I'll go ahead and put the second handle on top, then I will just go ahead and make a top stitch as well. So after I was done with that, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to just join the two sides together. So if you put your zip at this point, all you need to do is to just top stitch like this, and that is like everything. But like I said, I'm not going to be putting a zipper. So after you top stitch, this is what it looks like. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is to turn it to the right side, then you arrange it nicely, making sure that the two handles are equal to each other. Yes, making sure that the two handles are equal to each other like this. Then you go ahead and make your notches. You go ahead and make your notches, and that is going to be where you are going to start sewing your side. So you make sure you use the hand as a guide. Make sure that the two hands are equal like this. Then you will now just make your notches. Then make your notches on the side of the bag as well. Then you just go and top stitch it. When you stitch it round, pipe it in order so that you have neat edges. So guys, when I was done, this is what it looks like. I go ahead and turn my bag inside out, and that is like basically everything about this tutorial. I know I did not make it with the right fabric, but I just hope following this my guide will help you make a much better bag. Having said that, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye for now.